But because of what's going on, Polight got everybody in an uproar once again like it first started. A lot of people and their grandmama flipped on me because Polight was charged with, you know what he was charged with. And so the people flipped on me as though I was being charged with that. And so they began to do, they said, damn, if we got Polight, this is our opportunity to get the nigga who we really hate, because he's the man that's making these moves. So we need to get him. And so that's what they did. They tried to go at me, and I see them trying to do it again. So I come to you today, family, and let you know we are not going to let him get away with it this time. Whatever Polight is charged with, that's on him, not on the House of Consciousness. How many times have I said it? I've said it once. I've said it twice. I said it 5. I said it 10 times. And God damn it, I will say it again. For you all to hear this, chop this up and play it. But for some reason, they're not playing what I said, because that's not the narrative that they want out. I'm going to say it one more time. If Polight is found guilty for molesting a baby, a child.
If Polight is found guilty for molesting a baby, a child.
If Polight is found guilty for molesting a baby, a child.
His ass need to be put under the jail next to Dr. York.
His ass need to be put under the jail next to Dr. York.
His ass need to be put under the jail next to Dr. York.
And throw away the key.
And throw away the key.
And throw away the key.
Therefore, I said it again. But they didn't hear that. That shit went through the ears, because we got to find a way to connect Polight to Sarnetta. Check. We got to find a way to connect Polight with Sarnetta. Here's the thing, y'all. I told y'all that I speak to Polight damn near every week or every 2 weeks, because I am interested in finding out what the hell is going on. So therefore, I already got the inside information. I already knew about this shit. Listen to me when I tell you. I knew about this shit. I knew about what was going to happen. Y'all just finding out. And that's why it's crazy to y'all. Ask Zoriak if I knew about this already, because I speak to my people. So I already knew what was going down. I knew what was going to happen before it happened. I know what he copped out to.
I know what he copped out to.
I know what he copped out to.
Y'all don't know what he copped out to. Y'all don't know what he pleaded guilty for.
Y'all don't know what he copped out to. Y'all don't know what he pleaded guilty for.
Y'all don't know what he copped out to. Y'all don't know what he pleaded guilty for.
Once again, I am here not to defend this motherfucker. I'm not here to cape for Polight, but I'm telling you shit that I know that none of y'all know. And so therefore, I agreed. Polight don't really want me saying anything until the 7th.
Polight don't really want me saying anything until the 7th.
Polight don't really want me saying anything until the 7th.
On the 7th, y'all. That's when Polight is going to come out. He's going to come to my platform and let the world know what the fuck is going on. Some people are saying, no, Sarnetta, don't do the interview with him. I'm not going to do the interview with him and just get on here and say, yeah, Polight, you right. I knew it, brother. I know you ain't do that. I'm not doing any of that shit. I'm going to interview him, have a professional interview, and let the chips fall where they may. Check it. Did y'all hear me? This is what I've been doing for years, and why stop now? So if anybody deserves to get this exclusive interview, it is me. You're not like me. You scared of what niggas gonna say on the outside, nigga. I'm my own fucking man. I'm not afraid of what these niggas say. I'm a journalist. Don't you know that they interviewed Jeffrey Dahmer many times?
Don't you know that they interviewed Jeffrey Dahmer many times?
Don't you know that they interviewed Jeffrey Dahmer many times?
After he been eating them black folks and chopping them up and eating them for chicken nuggets, if R. Kelly was released today, how many news reporters would you see down there in the front gates of the prison? You will see VH1, you will see New York 1, Channel 7, NBC, begging, trying to get a goddamn interview. Well, brother, talk to us. What was it like? What happened? Why do you think you out free today? They will be there. This is what news reporters do, because people are going to cut it, splice it, and do what they want to do with it. I don't give a damn. That's what they're going to do. They're going to cut it, splice it, and they're going to monetize it, and they're going to make they goddamn money off of it. And at the same time, criticize me. That's some crazy shit, ain't it? They're going to criticize me at the same time, but they eating off the motherfucking video. It's crazy. Who do that? Who does that, y'all? Instead of saying, yo, at least we got somebody in the community that he's willing to go to and do the interview with. That's me. I can do the interview. He said, brother, I will fly you out, or I will come to you. Which one you want? I wouldn't mind getting flown out there, though. That's a trick to me. Them niggas can cry all they want because they are not getting the interview. They are not getting it. And VH1 want the interview too. But I said, no, I'm coming to you first. So I said, yo, you gonna keep that? He said, yes, I'm coming to you first. So you best believe VH1 want to interview Polight first. They want him. But he said, he promised to give me the interview first. The exclusive interview. I'm not gonna be in here sugarcoating nothing. I'm not gonna be in here trying to save him or none of the no. I don't need none of that. Here's the question. Everybody coming out automatically assuming I told you he was guilty. Guilty of what? I know what the fucking cop out. I know what the plea is. I'm not gonna say it though. I'll let him come and tell you what it is. I know what the plea is. And that's why I sit back and just look at everybody run their stupid fucking mouth and thinking they know something. These fucking YouTube lawyers don't know shit. Don't know what's going on. They would have been smart if they would call me and say something, you know? Either way, I'm not caping for nobody. God feel what it is.
Hey, peace on it. Listen,
Peace,
I'm gonna keep my word. I don't want to interview Polight, and I'm not watching the interview, bro.
Why? Why not though?
I'm not interested, bro. I am not interested in watching any interview with
Why
Polight.
not support me? Why not support me, brother? That's supporting me, Garfield. Don't you know that?
So you want a view? You know what? I'll click on the video and
That is supporting me,
if
Garfield.
that's what you want, I'll give you that. But bro, I'm not interested. I'm not, bro. I'm just not interested.
All right, check this out.
And it has nothing to do with hate.
No, hold on.
I don't want.
If you're not interested, you just did a whole stream on Polight today.
That's fine.
Why are you doing that if you're not interested in his words? You get
Hold on. Son,
Okay.
ask the question.
Yeah, brother.
Did Polight plead to do a plea deal with this case? Yes or no?
Yes.
All right. My stuff is about the plea deal that he possibly did. I don't know.
What did he agree to?
I don't have all of the. Hold on. I don't have all the details, but listen to what I'm saying. Did he do a plea deal?
Yes.
That's it. That's all I'm doing a show about.
2 weeks ago.
All right, that's fine. Thank you, son. So you want me to watch an interview that you're doing because
It's
you're doing an
called
interview?
supporting your brother, bro. That's all it is. You know, that's all it is, Garfield.
I'm not interested. I'll click on and give you a view, but I'm not interested. I'm not interested in debate. I'm not interested. I'm just not. I'm totally not interested. It ain't got nothing to do with hate. I'm just not interested in interviewing Polight or watching an interview with Polight.
All right, Garfield, you got that, brother.
I love you, man. Peace.
I was getting ready to do an interview with Nature Boy behind the prison wall. They stopped that shit right away. They stopped it. They cut off all communication with the outside and said, no, we don't want to let no information out. Would I be wrong if I go and interview him? No, hell no. I want to know, what are your charges? What do they got you for? I'm not going to be in here saying, brother, I know you didn't do this, brother. You're a good man, brother. The fuck niggas think I'm going to do some shit like that? No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing none of that. I'm doing a damn interview. Smash Rockwell, peace to you, beloved. What's up with you?
What's up with it? Peace, peace, peace.
Peace, man.
I definitely wouldn't be mad at you doing a damn interview. I would watch it. But look, I think he working you. And I think he working. I'm just talking on some Oakland shit. He working you. I thought 50 Frank was sharper than this. See,
When you say he working me, what you mean, brother?
That's what I think. I think that he know that you the last thing he got, bro. If Frank go bad, then it's over all the way, right? So he keeping you on the back line and making sure it's it. He might even be telling you some shit that ain't true. But he could. I put myself on the line. I came off this and said it publicly. So we all playing this game. I think the motherfucker full of shit. He ain't getting off this shit, and he needs Sinetta for like 2 more weeks. Now let's see what happens. I just threw my hat in the ring.
Now check this out, Smash. Check this out. The paperwork would be out. So how could he use me? How could he be lying to me when the paperwork is going to be available for everybody to see? I first told him, that's one of the first things I told him. I said, bring your paperwork, show your evidence, show everything. We want to see what your paper is saying. What are you pleading out to?
Don't you know when the walls is closing in on you, bro? Like, that's what he on some walls closing in shit. It is apparent. And so we know, first he was telling us that the other party was dragging it out. We know they wasn't dragging it out. It was him dragging it out. And it was possibly because he couldn't come up with the legal fees. We all been in these situations when your lawyer like, look, your trial coming, if I don't get that bread, it's gonna be a wrap. So I'm just saying, I don't even want to overweigh in on it because everything we saying is speculative, but I'm throwing my hat in the ring saying he on some full of shit, I'ma call it. He been a scammer, and now he's scamming the ones closest to him, making them think he ain't about to go down.
Well, we're gonna find all of this shit out, and I'm not caping for him. I'm not trying to defend him. We're gonna all find out what happened. If the nigga's guilty for any of that, then he deserved to be locked up and put under the jail. But I will get the interview. I'm not stupid. I know a lot of y'all think I'm dumb. I know a lot of y'all out there think I don't know what the fuck I be doing. That's what y'all think. Oh, I'm smarter than Saw. Saw don't know what he doing. No, I know it's a personal, and you should be upset, Smash. There's a personal gripe and beef that you have with Polight. And to me, check this out, y'all. Think about this. To me, it's like y'all fucking praying and wishing that he did something to that little fucking girl. Instead of saying shit like, damn, I hope he didn't really do that to that baby. I hope he didn't do that to that girl. That's where I'm at with it. I'm saying, man, I hope you ain't do that shit, Polight, to that girl. I told you, yeah, he going down. He raped the girl. He did it. He did it to the baby. The paperwork is going to be out for everybody to see. So he can't be scamming me. I will have that paperwork the day he comes on the platform, where I'm going to require him to show us the shit. Show us your paperwork.
Hey, can I talk for a few seconds? All right, peace. Okay, court cases, criminal and civil, are money game. That's what they are. There's real no justice in the United States. So it's about who's the lawyer, how much money that you have, and what you did. Everybody in this room has committed a sin. Everybody. Everybody has done something wrong that we don't want to talk about. Everybody. The feds have an over 90% conviction rate, right? The state does not. This is a state case. It's a state case. And money, any money, turns the wheels in criminal justice. I worked in criminal justice for 16 and a half years.
I worked in criminal justice for 16 and a half years.
I worked in criminal justice for 16 and a half years.
Right? And then I did a Fed case, and I've helped a friend of mine get off on 7 years on a state case, right? By accepting his plea.
And then I did a Fed case, and I've helped a friend of mine get off on 7 years on a state case, right? By accepting his plea.
And then I did a Fed case, and I've helped a friend of mine get off on 7 years on a state case, right? By accepting his plea.
What I will say is, because everybody has done something wrong, and there are some wrong, bad optics in this case. If you go to trial, you might be looking at 30 years to your natural life. If they give you something that you can live with, I would tell everybody to take it. There's a lot innocent people doing 20 to 30 years.
There's a lot innocent people doing 20 to 30 years.
There's a lot innocent people doing 20 to 30 years.
Right? Being in the wrong car, somebody passed put a gun in the car and they gotta take the case. There's drugs in the car that they don't know about. And a lot of these people who are innocent, completely innocent, are females. But they feel so much that they're innocent, they don't look at the optics of the time. I feel that Brother Polight, because of the optics are bad, right? We'll do some time. I also feel that if they had a strong case and no mitigating evidence, they wouldn't have offered him a plea. If they offered him the plea, that's because there's some bad optics both ways. Both ways. Not just on the victim side, but on Brother Polight's side. Now, Polight came on and he said that his clothing, his underwear, his intimate stuff was missing. Y'all forgot that? Y'all forgot that. Sorry, you ain't forget that, right? Came on, not on his show, but he came on and he said that his clothing was missing. For some of you, that might be say, well, somebody took his clothing. Polight didn't know who took his clothing. The police, somebody robbed his room. But when they take your intimate clothing that has your DNA on it, gotta be careful. Now, I think that Brother Polight is looking at the time that he could face on trial and the time that he could live with, right? Because it's a no-win situation. And people set people up. Now, this is, if they had an airtight case, they wouldn't be offering him anything. Because I don't know, nobody knows what he did. Stop trying to be fortune tellers. But do understand the criminal justice system works on money. Brother Polight had enough money to defend himself. Brother Polight had enough money to defend himself. Brother Polight had enough money to defend himself. And y'all got my extended cousin. She's she was a buy and bus detective in New York. You got her watching this show. Money talks, BS walks. Most of us are broke. And most of us would have done the time, right? Even if we didn't do it, we would have done the time because we're broke. So we're listening to a whole bunch of broke people. I mean, the only person I know that's really not broke is Brother Smash, right? And Brother Sarnetta. But the majority of us maybe have some good jobs, but you can't. Do you know how many?
No, brother, I'm broke, brother. I'm broke.
Sarnetta's broke. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you because I said that because I didn't want to disrespect you and call you. No,
broke. You ain't disrespecting me. You telling the truth. I'm broke as hell.
So Sarnetta's broke. So what I would say is, if you get the interview with if you get the interview with Brother Polight, why don't you just tape it privately and sell it to the news networks? Sell it to VH1.
Wow, I like that, Reggie. You know what? You might be on to something now, bro.
Yeah. Hip hop, all of them want a piece of this. So sell them pieces of it. So get the interview.
Because people are going to cut it, splice it, and do what they want to do with it. I don't give a damn. That's what they're going to do. They're going to cut it, splice it, and they're going to monetize it, and they're going to make they got their money off of it. And at the same time, criticize me. That's some crazy shit, ain't it? They're going to criticize me at the same time, but they eating off the motherfucking video.
Yeah, everybody wants this. Understand that this is a money case. And do understand that the women that Polight attracts, understand that. Not his wives. Not his wives that been down with him day one. But do understand that any woman that came along, she want to leave with the bag, right? Or she want the whole bag. Anybody driving a fancy car is a victim to the system. Police, women, criminals. So don't do this innocent and guilt stuff because guess what? The United States don't work on that. They don't.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. Oh, I might just put it on my Patreon page, Reggie.
No, that's not enough money.
No, it's what I want it to be. I can make it $20 if I want.
No, because in the networks, they're going to make the networks is going to make $100,000, $200,000 off of it in advertisement.
Yeah, that's why I gotta have some real questions. We do guerrilla journalists together.
But anybody that's been in court knows that people who unless they got you dead to right and people telling on you. In this case, there's no real witnesses.
People who unless they got you dead to right and people telling on you. In this case, there's no real witnesses.
People who unless they got you dead to right and people telling on you. In this case, there's no real witnesses.
So the issue is DNA evidence and accusations. Listen, brother Sarnetta, when you and Polight was beefing, did you ever see me take a side?
Nope.
No, I ain't take a side, right? Because I never know how it's going to turn out. But in this particular case, I have a good idea that the optics was looking like 30 years, 20 years in natural life, or something that he could live with, whatever he could live with it. And I do think that he took what he could live with. That's all I want to say right now. Peace.
Peace to the family. So I'm just here to address some popular rumors that have been spread to rectify the matter. There's been a rumor spread. There's two main rumors that's been spread. But the main rumor is that I have pled guilty to child molestation. So let me clear up the two things that need to be addressed. Did I make a plea? There's been no plea. Did I plead guilty to child molestation? Never did. So the people that are spreading this rumor, I'm asking you out of respect to my family, respect to my wives, respect to my children, because you clearly hate me. And you clearly hate me more than you have any love for another child. So I ask you guys to respectfully stop spreading rumors. I never made a plea, and I never pled to no damn child molestation. So no matter how much you want to believe it, no matter how much you want to propagate it, no matter how much it excites you to say that, it's absolutely false. I never made a plea, and I never pled to no damn child molestation. So these two things need to be rectified right now. There are no pleas on my behalf, and I have not pled to no damn child molestation. So please stop the freaking rumors. The last thing I'm going to address very quickly. This means that people are lying. If I was lying, you would be able to find something that contradicts what I'm saying. I made no plea, and there is no plea for child molestation on my behalf. I never plead to no child molestation, and I never made a plea in the first place. These are lies. These are lies. And that's it. Now you could try to turn it into a conversation about what you should say is this and what you should say is that. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. I ain't paid 6 figures for a defense, for me to be out here speaking on my own behalf during a wild ass situation. Now the white man is the goddamn devil to you guys all the damn time, every day around the week, until he says something about someone that disagrees with your religion or your politics. Lastly, before I get off this live, I just want to address the likes of this guy. This guy's name is supposed to be Tony the Closer. This Tony the Closer guy, he posted this. Brother Polight pleads guilty to molesting a 14-year-old child. It's a complete lie. So people reached out to him via the same post that he posted. Okay, hold on. Let's get you guys in tune. Tony the Closer. I don't even, just find out who this dude is. His name is Tony the Closer. So he posted that I pled guilty to molestation of a 14-year-old child. He posted that. When informed that that is character defamation, this is not true. When he was informed that this is absolutely false, there has been no plea, and I never pled to no damn child molestation, guess what happened? He took this down. But guess what other people did? Other people reposted this as if it was a fact. So we screen recorded the video, screenshot it to make sure we knew who did it. Because I got several people that kept sending this to me. So I'm like, who the hell is this Tony the Closer guy? Who is this guy? So what's crazy is he took an old video over 2 years ago and put this fake caption up here like it was true. So he entices you with the video and then puts a fake caption there. When informed that this is character defamation, you know what he did? He took the video down and put up a new one and retitled it, and it's still incorrect, says that I took a plea where there was no plea that took place. So all you guys running around, like I just got off the phone with a brother and tried to explain to him that it's irresponsible to repost something without doing your due diligence, but he ain't want to listen. He want to take it like I'm threatening him and this, that, and the third. And I'm trying to tell the brother respectfully, you know where you got the information from? The dude that posted it took it down. So you could do what you want with it. You could keep it up. But I said, bro, I ain't coming at you. Other people will deal with it totally differently, meaning legally. Other people will deal with you totally differently. I'm not. I'm just telling you, good brother, this has to stop. I can't even get through to him, and that's okay. He can live his life the way he wants. Now look at this guy right here. This is one of the goofy people that took Tommy the Closer's post, or what's his name? Tony the Closer's post. I'm gonna give him the clout that he wants. This guy's called King Earner. He said, so many vouch for this kitten, Brother Polight, but as we see, he pled out and is going to jail for 60 days after touching his 14-year-old stepdaughter. No honor in his veins. Honor snatch. So this person now, whoever this is, talking about he snatched my honor. He's saying that I'm going to jail for 60 days for pleading guilty to child molestation. Mental health is at an all-time rise in the black community. He said that I'm doing 60 days in prison to a plea of child molestation. Do they even give you 60 fucking days for something like that? This is the type of goofy stuff that people reaching out to me, asking me if it's true. Asking me if it's true. So just so I can slow it down. These are lies. And no matter how much you hate me and want to flip it and change the narrative, well, even if that's a lie, how come you don't do this? Or how come you don't say that? Or how come you don't? Yo, listen, bro. You have to be a wicked person. I don't know who this Tony the Closer guy is. I don't know who he is. Yeah, so I don't know who this Tony the Closer guy is, but I know about you now. We on your body, boy. What you should have did is just apologize. My bad, I put out misinformation. Don't take this post down when crazy people like this start running with it, talking about I'm doing 60 days in prison for pleading guilty. Don't take this post down, put up a new post, retitle it, and still say that I pled when there's no plea. So again, I said this for the people that rock out with me. Didn't do this for the goofies that no matter what I say or do, they want to find a new argument. Because this ain't the time for no argument. And you Negroes aren't the people that need to be talked to, per se. But what Son is doing, he's about to be Tasha K. And what I'm strongly suggesting to you people out there, because I got the bread to be petty, and I'm going to be petty. Trust me, petty hour is nearing. Petty hour is nearing. I got the bread to be petty. And so what I'm saying to you, brothers and sisters out there, before you cut and paste, take misinformation and run with it, because I'm gonna tell you something. Calling someone a pedophile, saying someone pled guilty to child molestation, and then finding out there was no plea and I never pled to nothing like that, that is completely wrong. Now, I don't got no threats for the brother Tony the Closer. Shit, I don't even know him. But I know it's very malicious for you to take an old video and caption it with a lie. Get called on it, as my people in the comment section, to let you know, hey, you know this is defamation of character, you know this is not true. And rather than you upload a new video and say, I apologize, I should wait till facts come out. No, you found out you was in error, and what you attempted to do was upload a new video and give it a new caption, which is still incorrect, but just less egregious than the previous one. So all of you that took that original post, which is all over the place, spread like wildfire, is misinformation. It's misinformation. And it's wrong to do stuff like this. And brother, whatever your issue is, you can have an issue with whatever you have an issue with on planet Earth. That's all right. But to go out your way to misinform people about another brother and to make such egregious allegations, and then when you find out that you're in error, brother, rather than say you was in error, you simply attempt to reword it. But we screen recorded your page and we screenshot the original video of this right here. This is what you want. This is your name right there. Tony the Closer. This is the cloud I guess you want. You want to be part of my life. Now you're part of it, but just not the way you want to be. Brother Polight pleads guilty to molestation, to molesting a 14-year-old child. Hell fucking no, I didn't. I didn't. Just true. And no matter how much you hope and beg and wish that I do, I ain't plead to no goddamn child molestation. And that's it. I never seen a group of people fiending for somebody, hoping that someone did some shit like this. I never seen that in my life. I never seen a people hate another man so much that if it meant what they hope is the outcome, that a child was abused, that they would rather that in their hatred for a man. I would think you Negroes would be sitting here, I hope it's not true. I hope nobody got abused. No, you Negroes is here, I hope it's true, because you hate me so much. Okay? And so for the goofies that's out there saying if someone accused me of something like that, I'm gonna talk about it every day. It's not how the court system works. So I forgive you for your ignorance because you don't know no better. But that's it. There was no pleas made, and I never pled to no damn child molestation. Point blank, period. That's it. And you can verify that.
All right, page 13. Counsel, state your name for the record.
David Terrace on behalf of the defendant, Michael Nowak.
Okay, thank you. And I believe there may have been a couple of people on Zoom. I don't know what the relationship was on the case. Okay, yes, ma'am. State.
Your Honor, I believe at this time we'll be asking for a joint continuance, but to set this case rate plea either sometime within the next 2 weeks. We have come to a plea agreement. I've sent over a written plea agreement to defense counsel.
We have come to a plea agreement. I've sent over a written plea agreement to defense counsel.
We have come to a plea agreement. I've sent over a written plea agreement to defense counsel. Just so that Your Honor is aware, what we wish to happen is for the defendant to enter into the plea within the next 2 weeks, but we are going to suspend the sentence. The state is asking 60 days. I know the defense is going to make its own request, but we're asking 60 days so that then the defendant can surrender, because this will require incarceration.
All right. And is there going to be a mitigation at the time of surrender, or how is this going to work?
Yes, Your Honor. So essentially, he'll enter into a plea and then we will mitigate it upon surrender.
Okay.
But we do wish to enter into the plea already within the next week so that essentially there is a resolution to the case and then he will surrender upon a date that's set by the court.
Next week is a C week.
Your Honor, I think we were hoping for the week, at least the week of where the trial is currently set for.
July 3rd.
Which is the week of July 3rd.
3rd, 4th, 5th. What is the Friday of that week? The week of the 3rd.
7th.
All right, July 7th.
That works for the state.
All right, July 7th, Ray plea, defendant to be in person. It's a joint continuous. Okay, anything further on Michael Nowak?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
I don't know how people can know more about my world than I would know about my world. But one thing is about it, people are so freaking weird that they will find something wrong with me clarifying that no plea has been made and I never pled to no damn child molestation. This is wrong. And for people to upload misinformation, take it down. Don't apologize for spreading misinformation as it gets into the hands of other people who irresponsibly propagate this misinformation. Then get mad at me when I attempt to check and rectify people like, hey, rectify the matter and just say, yo, please don't spread misinformation. You can spread your speculation. You can spread what you would like to believe is the case. But once you assert something as a fact that is so egregious and can implicate the lives of several people, once you realize you've done that, and clearly you knew what you was doing the first time you did the post because of the effort you made to get one video and then attach this false narrative on top of it. Clearly, we know your intention was malicious, but then after being checked about it, taking the video down and then uploading a new one and putting a new caption in there, that's still incorrect, but less egregious than the first one. Whoever you are, Tony the Closer, I'm a Tasha K. But what you can do is just apologize for first putting out the misinformation. You can reach out to the homie because I'm a good brother. And I'm not coming at you with no violence and no negativity. I don't have no malice for you. You're probably just attempting to keep the clout going on your page or raise the volume of customers that come your way by keeping content on your channel. I know this is a different era since the social media era where we get paid to post things. So I just know how the YouTube streets are. I know how the Facebook streets are. I know how the Instagram streets are, the Twitter streets, the TikTok streets. I know people are doing their best to make a buck out here, and we get a little desperate sometimes. And before we even cross-reference, before we dot our I's, before we cross our T's, we go out our way and we just post irresponsibly and recklessly so we could be the first ones leading in the story. We've become the very thing that we hated in terms of the original media that existed, okay? But that's what it is, brothers and sisters. That's a complete fact. You can't find a plea anywhere on planet Earth because there is no plea. You can't find me pleading to child molestation anywhere because no such thing exists. The people that are spreading this malicious lie obviously hate me so much that they will go out their way to misrepresent anything transpiring with me. Those are the only two things I want to talk about. There's no plea, and I never pled to no damn child molestation. Those are the two things we're talking about, okay? That's all we're going to talk about. There's no plea, and I did not plead to no child molestation. That's it. Again, I ain't got no smoke for nobody. I ain't got no I'm not going to call any of you out your name that have been reposting this information, screenshotting it, running. I just want you guys to know that those of you that got, I know where the screenshots come from. So those of you that's posting, those of you posting these things right here, Brother Polight pleads guilty to molesting a 14-year-old child. Those of you posting these things right here, that comes from this guy, Tony the Close. I want you to know he left y'all out there because after he posted that misinformation, he took it down and reworded it. So not only did he irresponsibly put himself in legal harm's way, then all the people that took it and ran with it and followed suit as if it was true, a lot of you still have this thing posted up right now, and he took it down off of his page. He took it down off of his page when he realized what he's doing is wrong. But many of you still got it on your page like it's right. That's kind of crazy for a man to take something down, knowing how many people took it and reposted it, and then don't even come out and do a formal apology and say, damn, my bad. You never made such a plea. My fault. And those of you that took it from me, y'all should take it down now because I realized I was in error and I lied. No, many of you got it on your page right now, propagating a damn lie. But we talk about the white man and we talk about his tricks to tear down black people, but it's your own people, man. And that's why I want you guys to tune in for another episode of Rolls Royce Diary. Talk to me nice. Blessings in abundance. You ain't gonna stop my drip. You ain't gonna stop my drive to be great. You know, you guys take your time out there before propagating, misrepresenting people's situations. It's very wrong to lie on them, and especially if you do it with malicious intent. But needless to say, you guys that want to keep up the misinformation, you knock yourselves out. Petty hour is nearing us. Do what thou will. Peace to the family. But again, we just dealing with a weird era of people that even when you see something is not true, people just want you to be in something negative so bad that they just pray. So just be careful, guys. Like I forewarned another good brother just now. Be careful, because when you spread misinformation like that, you can be sued for libel. You can be sued for character defamation. And you don't want to take information for face value and post it. You don't want to take information and post it like you know it's true, and then turn around and blame somebody else. Well, the reason I posted it because this person posted it, and that person left you out there and took it down off their page. So if we didn't know he was the author of this confusion, we might think it's you that started this confusion. And I'm saying some of you guys are wealthy or at least have enough money. You don't need that kind of confusion, misrepresenting other people's business before you investigate it properly to make sure you know what's going on. Take my glasses off, right? Well, the Negro who posted this didn't have glasses on and he knew he was freaking lying. Come on now. Peace. Blessings in abundance, man. Oh, yeah. You know what we're coming with. Where you at? The Night Stalker? Yeah. Don't worry. Damn, niggas thought they wouldn't tell lies, man.
The accusations, the charges, we all start at the same place. A man is innocent until proven guilty, closer and closer to trial. I think if trial took place...
He took a plea. He took a plea, Herman. I don't think you know. Did you know that?
I know. I'm just going through the early steps, from the presumption of innocence to the charge being brought, progressing towards trial. Now, a settlement or coming up, taking a deal, that seems to be what's taking place right now. But I still think the community, because remember, we birthed Brother Polight. He got his origins right here in the conscious community. He established his early fame right here on these platforms. But
until the 7th. The 7th, it'll be open and shut case.
This is before the current charges. So it was more related to misdeeds, financial, possibly scamming and things of that nature.
Well, I like what Smash says.
Smash to keep it real.
But the part where he said that he's working you, I do agree with that. Like where everybody else will fail, he know he can count on you because you know you're gonna ride from him.
Why do everybody think Sonetta is just some dumb ass nigga? How come you don't think in your mind Sonetta is working him? Why y'all don't take it from that perspective? Like, what is Sonetta goal behind this? What is Sonetta gaining behind this? How do you know Sonetta is not working him?
No, you definitely gain from it though. I don't think nobody takes away from the gain that you're getting, but it's more so looking at the position that he's in. He need to, because let's say, I think he's gonna get like 4 years or something, whatever time he's gonna get. He got to come back out. So he needs a voice or he needs an outlet to be able to say something that will kind of sway or get some type of compassion. If you ask him some whack ass questions and don't put no pressure, it's, you know what I mean? It shouldn't be like a kind type of interview, because this is not a man that doesn't come, he's not an individual that comes from this is a single event type of environment. He comes from an organization where their leader is in jail for similar charges. So you could damn near say he learned.
And they come from just like that.
You know what I mean? Right. He could come from a.
You got a leader that similar charges to you, brother. I've been hearing lately, and correct me if I'm wrong, Herman Smalls, I know you got some information on it, and I know you probably got some information on the smash, but is Dr. York locked up for molestation? Is he locked up for molestation, Reggie?
He's locked up for charges largely on money laundering and criminal continuation.
Right, but is it molestation though?
Those are the major.
Right. So why does everybody say he's locked? Why do everybody think he's locked up for molestation?
People looking at like not getting off. If anybody looked at those dockets, do y'all know what them L&L?
No, I don't.
All right, so I'm gonna read a couple of these for you, right? And I'm gonna read some of these charges, right? So because like when they say he didn't get in charge with the molestation and rape, L&L MOL child 12 to 16. That means lewd, lascivious describes acts that are done with sensual intent, lustful intent, unchaste intent, wicked intent, and or licentious intent, with individuals who are between 12 and 16. Then you got L&L conduct with the child. This crime is defined as inappropriate and intentional touching of a minor who is less than 16 years of age, as well as the act of forcing a minor to touch another person in an appropriate way, which now could imply two people. L&L ex Hib 16 by 18. The crime of lewd or lascivious exhibition is committed when a person intentionally masturbates, exposes their genitals in a lewd or lascivious manner, or commits other sexual acts in the presence of a child, which is sadomasochistic abuse, sexual bestiality, or the simulation of any involving act. You also have the engaged CH Basics, a person with familiar authority or custodial authority soliciting or committing sexual battery on a charge. So these charges are not like light charges that he's pleading to. Child molestation, period, is not something that should be taken lightly. Unfortunately, it is taken lightly, and that's why people look at it like, well, he had to cop to this, he had to cop to that. If you're innocent, especially on a charge like this, I think you should ride it out to the end if you're innocent. But this is the one crime when you go to jail, ain't no getting around that. We got to look at how did he let himself, like what was going in his brain that made him get in that scenario with that girl in the first place? Well, I don't know. Like I don't want to speculate. All I know is they had a docket today. They read the docket. He pled. And when you listen to the audio says he has to surrender because it's going to be jail time.
You asked about Dr. York, and you said, why does everyone associate charges of molestation with it? Let's address that a little bit. There's been a short piece of footage circulating in social media several years of Dr. York in court admitting or agreeing to charges of molestation that were being put against him. Now, in that footage, he was clearly under duress. There isn't anyone that can look at that footage and tell that man was either sleep deprived, if not physically, in some way put in some level of duress. He was barely even able to hold his own head up while he was answering questions. So yes, did he agree to the charges that were related to molestation? Did he plea out to it? Yes, that footage has been around for years. So I think that's what a lot of people reference. But I'll just say this quickly, and I'll turn it back over to the panel. The Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey had charges trumped up against him before he was deported. They've always come at our leaders with their legal system. That is one of their tentacles that they use to undermine and suppress legitimate leaders and movements. Now, is Dr. York a legitimate leader that was somehow undermined by this whole COINTELPRO / let's get the black leader? Or was he guilty of the charges? There are camps on both sides that are saying, one, he's guilty, he did it. Even people have come forward and said it. And there are others who said many of the stories have been recanted and this man is innocent. So, I mean, that's about as much as I can offer on that.
Yeah, he pled, he took a plea on one of the cases. Nobody know what he took a plea to. Everybody is jumping out the goddamn window, you know, instead of just waiting to everything play out. Oh, we got Polight in the goddamn chat. Yo, Polight is in the chat. I'm not going to actually come in. I'll wait until the 7th and let it, all of this.
Come up, brother Polight.
Bring him up. No, the reason why he can't is because he can't speak on this shit until the sentence.
He doesn't have to speak on it. Just let him come up. He doesn't have to speak on it. Just let him come up.
So listen here, man. And I want everybody on the panel and everybody in the listening audience to hear this, right? You won't hear none of this outrage about a white man with a 13-year-old girl. But here's the thing, I think that was a finesse they was trying to do with Polight, sending people at him, man, because they know that he is what he is sometimes, and I'm not taking up for nobody, I'm calling it like I see it. I think it was a finesse, they sent somebody at that man. And at the same time, brother Si, you get all these people, black people, the first one to hang each other, man. They want to, us black people, we the first to hang each other. So, where's the outrage about a white man having a 13-year-old girl? He didn't hear nothing about, what you think of that, Si?
Are you white?
That ain't the point.
Are you white? So let the people deal with their people.
A lot of you niggas don't give a fuck about that child. Y'all don't give a fuck. Y'all praying that Polight did something to that child. Y'all not up there saying, damn, I hope my brother didn't do that shit. I hope he didn't do this to this baby. Y'all niggas are up in here. Not you I'm talking about. Y'all niggas is out there like, yeah, he going to jail. He done did something to a baby. Because that's what y'all really care about. Y'all don't care about the minor. Y'all don't care about the girl, man. You are just really mad at Polight and hate Polight, bro.
Did you know of any type of incident with him or any? I just said watch today on Mars TV where the gentleman was talking that you called out some things on Polight on the incident.
Okay, guess what?
They
asked me that today on Garfield's channel. I think Rob Vaughn asked me that. He said, Saad, did you make that statement on Polight talking about calling him Dr. York? You know what I said? I said, yes, I made that statement and because we were banging on each other. And he said, well, was that shit like really true? I said, yo, he was trying to hurt me. I was trying to hurt him. So I said, yes, I made that statement. He said, was it true? I said, man, I was just trying to hurt his feelings like he was trying to hurt my feelings.
What about the little girl? Did you mention that? Besides the
girl, about what? What about a little girl?
But on the Marshawn T-Bag Watch, it said that actually played the video, not he said, that your voice was saying that, what about the little girl you separated from her mother? Don't let me talk about it. Then it clip cut off.
Yes, I was just saying shit that try to hurt his feelings. I just told you that. Just like he was banging on me. You know how a lot of shit come out and we going in to hurt each other? So
it's just a coincidence that it line up to this one. I mean, I'm just asking.
I have no idea. I'm not jumping out no window. I'm going to sit back and wait until on the 7th and see what it all is and what it is about. I'm not going to make the same mistake I made before. I'll let everybody else make that mistake. And then when the shit come down, and we're going to see what it is. Polight agreed to come on to the channel and do an interview, a one-on-one interview. I'm not here to defend him. He's going to have to defend himself. You see, he's in the chat. He's listening. And so it is what it is, bro. I can tell you what I believe and what I think happened. But if I do, everybody is going to, oh, man, you're defending. And I see you trying to defend shit. So I'll keep all of that to myself, brother, and let this shit play out on the 7th. You know what I'm saying? Put your camera back on, brother. See you.
All right. It might break up. That's why I took the camera. But peace to the panel, man. Blessing everybody. I don't think it really matters what none of us think, right? What matters is what the judge think or the jury, if the jury get involved. You know. So I don't think it matters because we all speculate, right? But I think the deeper question goes to the 3 people. 1 is the mother. 2 is Polight. 3 is the child, 14 or 15. We heard the stories, and there's gonna be probably more stories. Right. But my main question is this: because I don't know if he did it or not, you know. But what would make a grown man be in a hotel room with a girl, irregardless of he was trying to protect her from arguing and all that, and that may be true, you know. But knowing what's out here today, what people think.
This is what I mean. We need to wait. And
say
see,
it again?
What we do is we jump out the window too fast. We need to wait and ask the question on that day. That's what I said. Why do you think he's coming here? He's coming to answer the question, brother. I'm gonna do a powerful interview with him. I'm not gonna no damn question. I'm gonna ask him if you want to ask that question, and if you want to take on the questions when I open up the panel, brother, be my guest. Come in and ask that question. We don't know if he was with the girl in the hotel. We don't know. That's what they saying. We don't know if the allegations are true that the police came up with. We don't know if the lawyer is telling the truth of the allegation that came up with. One thing I can tell you that one of the lawyers is missing in action, and we need to ask the question, why is she missing in action? I'm not gonna go too far into detail on that, but Brother Polight will be able to answer all these questions, all of the questions that y'all want to answer.
Man, that kid ain't had no business in no hotel with them. That's the bottom line. And if she in there, she open game because women these days 13 look 22.
And if she in there, she open game because women these days 13 look 22.
And if she in there, she open game because women these days 13 look 22.
Somebody set that girl up in there, man. And y'all remember I said that.
This guy's a Dr. York follower.
Who's a Dr. York follower?
The guy who just was talking.
What I don't want is for all the smoke to go crazy with us fighting each other like it happened before. When Polight first got charged with it, we all came up in an uproar. And guess what? Everybody was fighting each other. He have his opinion just like everybody else have their opinion. See, everybody talk their shit because they are not in the situation. You don't know what the fuck is going on. I remember when I got caught, I was scared to fucking death to go to trial. I didn't want to go to trial, even though I knew I was guilty, but I was trying to get the less time possible. The less time possible. So I would fight them all the way up until they say, God damn it, we're going to set the trial for this day and this day. And I said, give me the goddamn 5 years. Yo, I'll take that. I'll take that.
All I'm saying is, if the feds throw something at you, take it. That's all I'm saying.
One thing I can tell you this for sure. Polight told me from day one, Sarnetta, I did not rape that girl. And
I don't think he did it, sir.
And I said to Polight, Polight, you know you can't take no fucking plea on this. If you take a plea, bro, you guilty. You can't take no plea. He said, Sarnetta, I will never pop out. I will never take a plea on no rape, no molestation, none of that. So I'm just sitting back because I want to see what the hell did you take a plea for? See, I'm not going to jump out the window like everybody else. I will tell you this, and I've said it before. If Polight raped that baby or had sex with that child, they need to lock him up, throw away the key, sit him next to Dr. Young. I'll say that shit over and over. So I told him, I said, brother, if you take a plea on that rape shit, you already know you done. He said, sir, I'm never pleading out. We going to trial. I said, okay. So this right here is kind of like, damn, I can't wait till I got a felony. I got a felony. I'm proud of my felony because people going to cut that part when I say I'm proud of my felony. They going to say, yo, you heard what this nigga said? So you know I got to explain it now. What I'm talking about is why I'm proud of my felony and the time that I got doing my time, because I probably would have been on that street dead right now. I probably wouldn't have never gained this knowledge and information of where I'm at today. You see, I grew up without a father. So I grew up in them streets. I was selling drugs, selling dope, selling coke, doing all kinds of stuff. I've seen a lot of my brothers die before my eyes. I've seen the stick-up kids come in the building when we hustling, and I've seen that. And so what took me off and out of the street and away from that stuff and gave me time to really sit down and think about my life and meditate and able to now listen to Minister Louis Farrakhan, listen to brothers like Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, I can sit back and say, God damn it, I am proud that I had to go through what I went through. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have been here today. I probably wouldn't have been doing what I'm doing today because I probably would have been somewhere dead on them damn streets. Let me get Nashe in here. Nashe, that's how you say it?
Nah, it's Nisha.
Nisha, all right, come on, Nisha.
Just really quick, for Polight, I wouldn't really know anything about HOK. He really brought a lot to the table. As far as in his charges, okay, he has not been found guilty. And if he was, we got to look at it. We black people in this world. And a lot of people talk because they've never been in a situation where they have to choose what's gonna be the best move. Sometimes we get all of this time and he got to weigh it. And if he takes something to trial, that could be worse than just copping a plea to something that may give him years versus 30, 40 years of life. So you got to look at it. You just can't say that, okay, he's guilty I wouldn't take a plea if I'm innocent. Okay, well that's you. Because you've never been, you never had that. You never had to be faced with that. I have. So I understand that it's real out here. Self-preservation is number one. Period. So I think that we should all...
Why the sister talking, man?
I think that we should all reserve judgment until it is what it is. And you can feel how you want to feel about it. That's your feelings. But don't crucify him yet. And if we think about it, our great-great-grandparents, okay, was 14, 15 when they was getting married. And women play games these days. They play a lot of games. And Polight got a lot of wives, and you just never know what the situation was. So sometimes, to be done with all of this shit, to be done with all of this stuff, you're going to cop out and move on. Period. That's all I have.
Hold on, everybody, hold on. I got a brother that want to say something. Go ahead, man.
Oh, yeah, good looking, man. Hey, I just wanted to tell you, look out for that fake I Am Brother Polight page, because they said something real crazy, and it's just sad that people do that. But I know you thought it was me. One of them I Am Brother Polight ain't me, and you
figured that. All right, yo, let him finish. Go ahead, Polight.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh no, I just wanted to continue doing a good job. Thank everybody for supporting, and even the people that's doing their posts. I noticed that it's monetized and they're making money. So I'm just happy to be a personality enough. I ask, what am I doing? I work very hard to become a personality, so much so that even people that hate me can make money off of me. So whether you like me or not, if you hated me that much, you don't want to make no money from me, because in tech, I would be selling out. Hundreds of channels, commercials, and making money off of talking about the hot topic. So, if I could even contribute to a person that dislikes me and they happen to be part of my community, I'm happy about that. But also, when the question is, what have I done to contribute? I have a lot of different programs that I employ that I still facilitate for members of our community. On the most minuscule level. Earlier you said, I don't want to bring science on talk about Polight, when the person said Polight and Sarnetta used to do these lectures and used to fill up the house. He said, but yeah, let's separate stop. Let's get at Polight. But to do that would be discrediting SAR as well, because on the most minuscule level, if it was just when I was defense, me working really hard to teach and prove my points and encourage people to be more objective. Because you remember, I wasn't just regularly debating. I was publishing my work and using excerpts from books that I wrote, having my own publishing company. So I hired Black people to print, bind, and design my book. I used to go to Israel, or even go to Egypt while everybody else was downloading stuff from PDFs. I took my own money. Never got paid to do it. Paid my own flights to come out. And then guess what? When the building is packed because it's a Brother Polight debate, or Brother Polight and Sign Never putting it together, guess what? The security with Black men, and they got paid. And the vendors, they'd be like, more vendors. Vendors used to go home saying, I made $12 today. I sold out of everything. Damn, I wish I had more. The guy we used to buy the chairs from had a Black company. That was a Black guy. We used to be at the National Black Theater.
Yeah, but Polight, right now, they don't care about none of that. That's what the people are doing. We don't care about none of that. Hey, I'm sorry to cut you off, Polight, but I gotta go, y'all. Damn, peace, Brother Polight. I appreciate you coming in. I will see you on the 8th, Polight. I'll see you.
Tonight, we are going to be discussing what's going on with Brother Polight. He went live today on Instagram, and boy, did he have a lot to say. And see, his position and stance in the video clearly lacks humility, clearly lacks accountability, deflecting, and outright just being deceptive and playing on words and semantics and trying to play the game that, well, I didn't plead guilty to anything. There is no plea. Literally. Now, what I have right here in front of you is the actual court case information. And see, this just speaks to the deceptive and manipulative nature of a Brother Polight. This speaks to his character to even go live and to try to play with the people's intelligence this way. So, right here, the name is Michael Nowick. That's Brother Polight's name. This is his date of birth. And if we come down here, we can see this is his attorney. Where is he at? Right here, defense attorney, David Taras. And we can see these are the charges. You have lewd and lascivious molestation, which is a felony. Lewd and lascivious molestation, 2 counts. You have lewd and lascivious conduct with a child that's less than 16. You have lewd and lascivious exhibition with an individual less than 16. And contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Those are the 5 charges that he currently has. You come down here to the docket. This is very, very important. Let me zoom in here so you can understand this. It says that there is a motion for continuance filed. And don't worry, we're going to get to the video footage of his attorney, right, the defense, and the prosecution talking about a plea agreement. So now, right here, sequence 126 on 6/21/2023. It says report for plea is set for 7/7/2023 at 9 a.m. One thing that Brother No Light said that was true. We don't know what he pled guilty to or what the attorney has agreed to for him to plead guilty to. Because see, he wants to play the word game. Well, as of today, I have not pled guilty. Understand and see, this is why I know that many of you are slow. And you hate when I say these things. If your attorney and the prosecution, the state, they get together and they deliberate. The whole purpose of your attorney is to negotiate on your behalf to come up with some type of a deal. So, even though you may not plead guilty to one or some of these charges, we know whatever was negotiated is related to these 5 charges. See, when the whole purpose of the legal system is your attorney's gonna go in there, he's gonna argue, and then he's gonna get the information, the evidence that they have on you. And then what's gonna happen is the prosecution's gonna come to you with some type of a plea deal. Understand, your attorney negotiates on your behalf before you are there. So when they talk about a plea agreement was reached, that means that you accepted the plea. You just have not took it under oath yet. I'm not here to play. So let's play the court footage. And let's actually hear the prosecution, his defense attorney, and the judge talk about this alleged plea agreement.
With any final thoughts? Let's go.
If I may, prior to starting the Nelson hearing, is possible to call the case on page. On page 13 of your Honor's calendar, Michael Noah.
You're okay.
Reading staff on behalf of the state.
All right, page 13. Counsel, state your name for the record.
David Taras on behalf of the defendant, Michael Noah.
Okay, thank you. And
so, let's be clear here. David Taras, on behalf of defendant Michael Nowick, because see, you want to play games. I'm not here to play games with you. Defense attorney David Taras. So now what you want? You want people to believe that this is Photoshop? That this ain't the real actual black and white documentation here? That's what you want people to believe? That's the game you want to play? Let's play it. So now we know for a fact that's his attorney, acknowledging that he's here on behalf of Michael Nowick, who is right here, the name Michael Nowick. Let's replay that again so we can make sure that we're clear in what we're talking about.
I believe there may have been...
On page 13 of your Honor's calendar, Michael Noah.
You're okay.
Reading staff on behalf of the state.
All right, page 13. Counsel, state your name for the record.
David Taras on behalf of the defendant, Michael Noah.
Okay, thank you. And I believe there may have been a couple of people on Zoom. I don't know what the relationship was on the case. Okay, yes, ma'am. State.
Your Honor, I believe at this time we'll be asking for a joint continuance, but to set this case briefly, either sometime within the next 2 weeks. We have come to a plea agreement. I've sent over a written plea agreement to defense counsel.
Okay, so states a joint continuance continuance that we have come to a plea agreement that was sent over to the defense counsel. See, I want you to understand the tricknology and games that he is trying to play with you. Because in the video he's trying to play, I didn't plead guilty to anything. Yet it clearly states right here that on the 7th, there is a plea set. And your attorney is in court acknowledging that. Which means that your attorney had to already speak to you to ask you if you're willing to take the plea. See, to even play like this in the people's face goes to show you how low he thinks of you. How low he thinks of you. And see, he knows that when this is all said and done, he gonna come back out here and still be able to debate. He gonna come out here, he gonna still be able to scheme. He know when he come back, he's still gonna be the man. Cause he know you niggas don't care. And he know you niggas are slow. He know it. He know that he could come here and he gonna run that play. Let me tell you the play he gonna run. The white man and white supremacy tried to take me down. It was a government cover-up. It was an inside job. White supremacy. You think cause a motherfucker got red bottoms and a Bentley that white supremacy feels threatened that they gotta take him down? You really, like, it is laughable to me that you really think that he's a threat to the system. A nigga that's a pseudo-intellectual. What nation is he building? What infrastructure is he building? You got motherfuckers flying rockets up to motherfucking Mars. Cloning humans. Artificial intelligence and AI running around. You think a motherfucker's worried about Brother Polight? That they gotta set him up? That he's waking you motherfuckers up for a revolution? This shit is comical. That you would even think that a person like that is even serious enough to be set up. A nigga that sells stock options and credit courses? Motherfuckers are cloning people. Discovering lost continents. Going to the motherfucking moon and Mars and space. Not the moon, because we haven't been back to the moon since we first went there, but to space. SpaceX. Rockets that can land themselves. Autonomous vehicles that can drive themselves. ChatGPT, artificial intelligence. Splicing DNA, right? Gene editing and gene therapy. You think a motherfucker's worried about a motherfucker like Brother Polight? That they gotta set him up. Hey, it reeks to how low vibrational we are as a people. That we can even allow clowns like this to even be in a position that you would call him a black leader in the first place. And then he wants to come up here and he wants to play on the technicalities. Well, you know, I ain't plead guilty to nothing. It's time for petty hour. Petty hour's on the way. You allow a motherfucker to play like that in your face. When right here, we're looking at his attorney. We're listening to the attorney. We're looking at the footage. We're looking at the court documents. And it says on 7/7 is a plea set. Come on, man. Make it make sense.
Just so that Your Honor is aware, what we wish to happen is for the defendant to enter into the plea within the next 2 weeks, but we are going to suspend the sentence. The state is asking 60 days. I know the defense is going to make its own request, but we're asking 60 days so that then the defendant can surrender.
So that the defendant can surrender. So that the defendant can surrender. Come on, man. You wanna let a person play semantics with you? If you just sit and let a person talk long enough, they'll tell you all you need to know. And this is why he can come to you with status corrections and the UCC or the BCC, and you put this thing in your trust, and then you go over here, you fix your credit, and then after you fix your credit, so you gotta understand back in Mesopotamia and ancient Egypt, the letter J ain't even exist, and the letter B ain't even exist. So the sky really ain't blue, because the Latin version of it, the root word, is Lu. And your dumb ass will be sitting there, you'll be like, ooh, yeah, this nigga dropping knowledge, this nigga dropping science. And the whole time this nigga said a whole bunch of motherfucking nothing. Just talking in a motherfucking circle jerking you all day long. And you'll sit up there and this nigga be debating the Hebrews and the Israelites, and while you're sitting here watching all this goofy shit go on, life is passing your dumb ass by. Passing your dumb ass by. Listening to goofy motherfuckers with goofy shit. Got motherfuckers selling 5G radiation fucking bandanas to you and shit. Crown society. Just goofy shit. Motherfuckers selling you schools for black boys. Where's the school for the black boys? Right? They selling you real estate funds. Where's the dividends? Motherfuckers selling you shit all day long. And your goofy ass keep falling for it because you lack listening comprehension. We're sitting here looking at court footage of the attorney talking about him entering into a plea that's set on 7/7. And he gonna come up here and tell you, I ain't take no plea. I ain't take no plea. The only thing that he said true is we don't know what he has pled guilty to yet. We don't know. That we'll find out. Now, can he back out of the plea agreement? Absolutely he can. Then they would have to go to trial. But don't sit up here and try to play with me like I'm dumb. Like, oh, that's defamation? How the fuck is it defamation if your attorney, on behalf of you, is entering into a plea agreement? Come on, man. Play those games with the slow motherfuckers from the conscious community. Don't play those games over here, man. You heard?
This will require incarceration.
Play that back.
A plea agreement. I've sent over a written plea agreement to defense counsel. Just so that Your Honor is aware, what we wish to happen is for the defendant to enter into the plea within the next 2 weeks, but we are going to suspend the sentence. The state is asking 60 days. I know the defense is going to make its own request, but we're asking 60 days. So that then the defendant can surrender, because this will require incarceration.
And is there going to be a mitigation at the time of surrender, or how is this going to work?
Yes, Your Honor. So essentially, you'll enter into a plea, and then we will mitigate it upon surrender.
Okay.
He will enter into a plea upon surrender. If you actually look at the facts of the case, the fact that there is semen from his penis that was found on the young girl, clothing. That's a fact. Now, we don't know how it got there. That's the whole purpose of the court case. But see, let me tell you something, Brother No Light. There is something known as the court of law, and then there is something known as the court of public opinion. And people, based upon the evidence, right, that's here, are able to draw their own conclusions, right? Because see, in my world, which is reality, the 5 sense reality, things we can touch, taste, smell, hear, and see, ain't no motherfucking way your sperm is gonna come out of your penis and end up on someone's clothing. What, the FBI, the CIA, white supremacy is so powerful they can beat you off and take your cum? That's what you want me to believe? That they jerking you off and you don't even know it? They just beating you off left and right, just taking your sperm left and right, you don't even know it? I mean, can't you speak 10 languages, nigga? Right? You can't your astro project, right, motherfucker? You mean to tell me none of those magical skills that you had when they was beating you off, taking your sperm, you ain't feel that? You goofy motherfucker? Only a fucking fool would sit up here and allow a person to play with you like this in your face. Only a motherfucking fool. I would never let a sucker nigga like this play in my face and try to convince me that what I'm looking at and what I'm seeing ain't what I'm seeing. Because see, understand, again, we don't know what he's gonna plead guilty to, but we can see that there's a plea agreement scheduled on the 7th. That means that the plea that you're agreeing to has something to do with inappropriate behavior with a minor. Come the fuck on, man. Now, in my world, when you are engaging in anything inappropriate with a minor, you are a chomo. Period. Period. I ain't mincing my words. You can play all that. I'm a Tasha K you and all that. You and anything that you cop to that got something to do with this underage girl, you're a chomo, homie. Period. You can see, you can play those semantic games with other people. You can play with other people like they dumb. I'm not stupid, right? You take no innocent man is gonna plead to anything that's related to this case. There ain't no way that no innocent man is gonna plead to something like this. Now, if you go to his Instagram, because he blocked me, so I can't go to his Instagram. But if you go to his Instagram page, what you'll see, he put up a post, he said, man, if I disappeared for a year or two, I'll still be richer than y'all. Cause he know. Polight knows you niggas are weak. He know you don't protect your community. You don't give a damn about your children. You don't give a damn about your women. He know that. He know you niggas are weak. He gonna come right back out here. He gonna debate. He gonna lecture. And he gonna do the same shit he been doing. And he gonna keep on running the same schemes on you goofy niggas. You gonna keep falling for it. Cause you niggas are slow. Now let's play it one more time. One more time. Let's bring it back one more time.
On page 13 of your Honor's calendar, Michael Noah.
New York.
Ratings are on behalf of the state.
All right, page 13. Counsel, state your name for the record.
David Harris on behalf of the defendant, Michael Noah.
Okay, thank you. And I believe there may have been a couple of people on Zoom. I don't know what the relationship was on the case. Okay, yes, ma'am. State.
Your Honor, I believe at this time we'll be asking for a joint continuance, but to set this case briefly, either sometime within the next 2 weeks. We have come to a plea agreement. I've sent over a written plea agreement to defense counsel. Just so that Your Honor is aware, what we wish to happen is for the defendant to enter into the plea within the next 2 weeks, but we are going to suspend the sentence. The state is asking 60 days. I know the defense is going to make its own request, but we're asking 60 days so that then the defendant can surrender, because this will require incarceration.
All right. And is there going to be a mitigation at the time of surrender, or how is this going to work?
Yes, Your Honor. So essentially, he'll enter into a plea, and then we will mitigate it upon surrender.
Okay.
But we do wish to enter into a plea already within the next week, so that essentially there is a resolution to the case, and then he will surrender upon a date that's set by the
next week is a C week.
Your Honor, I think you were hoping for the week, at least the week of where the trial is currently set for.
July 3rd.
Which is the week of July 3rd.
3rd, 4th, 5th. What is the Friday of that week? The week of the 3rd.
7th.
All right, July 7th.
That works for the state.
All right, July 7th, Ray plea, defendant to be in person. Is a joint continuous. Okay, anything further on Michael Nowak?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, thank you both.
So clearly, you can hear the attorney, David Torres, speaking on behalf of his client. But see, I want you to understand the level of manipulation and narcissism that you're witnessing in front of you. Like how a person is going to come and sit up here and try to convince you that what we're reading here, what we're hearing, isn't actually going on. Understand that this is a case where the charges involve child molestation, lewd and lascivious acts, contributing to the delinquency of a minor. So we know that the nature of what you're charged with, even if you cop out to something lesser, we know that there was something inappropriate that happened between you and the 14-year-old. Come on, man. So now Sarnetta is saying he know you copped out. Your attorney's saying that they're going to agree to take the plea agreement. It says in the court document on 7-7, but you want us to believe you ain't plead guilty yet. Just because you have not went into the court of law yet and taken a plea deal does not mean that you and the legal counsel haven't agreed to it. Now, see, I think it's important that we understand what's going on here.
That Sarnetta talked about your kids. Who are you talking about? Huh? You ain't talking about Tasia, right? You ain't talking about her, right? You ain't talking about Tasia Barnes, right? I know you ain't talking about her. I knew her before you, Polight. You ain't talking about her, right? The one you call Renentet? You ain't calling her your daughter, are you? Don't do it. Don't make me fucking do it, nigga. Huh? Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga. Little fucking Dr. York. You ain't talking about her, right? The one that you call Renentet. Huh? Nigga, that ain't your daughter, nigga. Cut it out. Don't make me bring her sister right here in front of me. Her sister is my wife's cousin, nigga. You know that. Play yourself. You know that. Play your motherfucking self. Huh? She ran away from home to be with your bitch ass. She left her own mother to be with your bitch ass. Nigga, fuck you talking about? Why you think her mother and them can't even find her? You wanna play with me, nigga? I told you it'd be better for you to fuck with Kev Gills.
When you hear Sonetta speak, you're listening to Polight speak. Listen to what I'm telling you. When you hear Sonetta speak, you're hearing Polight speak. Whenever Sonetta deviates from what Polight tells him, he slips up and makes mistakes. What is the most popular mistake that you hear Sonetta constantly repeat? He says, hey, listen, people, y'all are saying things too early. Just wait till it's over. Just wait till next week. I'm not gonna jump out the gate again like I did last time. Listen to what he's saying. I'm not gonna jump out the gate again. Reply, meaning that he already jumped out the gate before. And then he doubles down and says, like I did last time. If you pay attention, Sonetta is constantly reminding you that this is the second incident of the sort, right? Allegedly, right? I'm just letting you know just by understanding words what it is that he's saying. Maybe he doesn't know what he's saying. Maybe he's messing up his words and he intends to communicate something else. But let me explain to you, Saab, you don't know any better. When you say I'm not gonna jump out the gate again, that means, when you say again, the word again means that you did it before. I want y'all to get this, because if y'all don't get this, y'all gonna be misled this whole time, like many people already, because they've been grooming you for this moment already over there. They already been grooming the audience slowly but surely to work through this moment, because this was planned from the beginning. Listen to what I'm telling you guys. This was planned from the beginning. Listen, it's one thing. Now, Polight is a lot of things. You would get me to say a lot of things about Polight, but you would never get me to call Polight dumb. You would never get me to call Polight dumb. So there's a video that came out maybe, I want to say a year and a half ago. And all of the dumb people, listen to when I say this, the illiterate people, the dumb people, they were celebrating with Polight. Polight was saying, yeah, my charges got dropped. I don't know if y'all remember this video. Polight was celebrating that his charges had got dropped, okay? And all of the smart people was confused in the motherfucker. They're like, hold on, nigga, you went from 2 charges to 4 charges. You went from 2 charges to 4 charges. Your charges didn't get dropped. You got more charges. That right there brings me to the Tony the Closer and the King Earner. And this is where Polight is playing the word games with you. This is where the beginning of the word games is at. How dare you guys? How dare you guys put out videos saying that I copped a plea and I made a plea to molestation charges? How dare you say that, because I have never pleaded guilty to no molestation charges. Yes, because your lawyer wrestled and got the charges reduced to 4 lesser charges. Lewd and lascivious Florida laws. Florida law criminalizes sexual activity with minors under 16 years of age, even if there was consent. Engaging or enticing a minor to have intimate relations is considered a lewd and lascivious offense. Since this type of accusation can lead to a felony charge, you should contact a Florida lewd and lascivious lawyer to help with your case. Many teenagers and young adults find themselves facing lewd and lascivious charges as a result of having a relationship with a younger teen. In these cases, having the other party's consent does not shield you from facing criminal charges. Florida lewd and lascivious conviction results in imprisonment, fines, and other severe consequences. What is considered lewd and lascivious in Florida? In a broad definition in Florida, a lewd and lascivious act consists of engaging or enticing a minor under 16 years of age to engage in any type of sexual activity. Intentionally touching a child in a lustful manner is also considered a lewd and lascivious act. This offense is considered a felony. Lewd and lascivious, also known as statutory rape, are actions of sexual nature that involve a person younger than 16 years. Okay, depending on the nature of the offense, lewd and lascivious acts can be classified as battery, molestation, conduct, and exhibition. All of these offenses are charged as felonies, and the penalties associated with these crimes depend on the nature of the crime as well as the presence of aggravating factors. All of these offenses are charged as felonies, and the suspended sentence, the 60 days, is to allow him, after he pleads guilty on the 7th, to enjoy enjoy his summertime and his birthday, which is in early August, before having to turn himself in. Types of lewd and lascivious acts. Florida Statute 800.04 encompasses the definitions and penalties associated with lewd and lascivious acts. According to this statute, lewd and lascivious battery is defined as intentionally engaging with a minor between 12 and 16 years of age. Additionally, encouraging or forcing people under 16 to engage in any sexual activity is also considered lewd and lascivious battery. Lewd and lascivious molestation consists of intentionally and lustfully touching certain parts of the minor's body. Oh, that is interesting. Lewd and lascivious battery is 15 years for second degree and 30 years for first degree, right? That's battery. On the molestation, third degree is a maximum of 5 years, second degree 15 years, first degree 30 years. Oh, wow. And that's an interesting second stipulation. So it looks like there's another type of felony. So you got first degree felony and then a life felony, which gives you obviously life in prison. But since he's entering into a plea deal, we know that that's not what he's taking. But this is where I think we at. Let's see here. Lewd and lascivious conduct. This is where we at. Lewd and lascivious conduct. The maximum is 5 years for a third degree and 15 years for a second degree. Lewd and lascivious exhibition, same time. Maximum of 5 years, maximum of 15 years for the third degree and the second degree. This is an interesting caveat right here. These charges can never be sealed or expunged from his record, because we see that the maximum is either somewhere between 5 and 15 years, but we don't know what the minimum is. Somebody was on Sinetta panel and said this. This is crazy. Somebody was literally on Sinetta. His name is like Suntan or Sundan or something to that effect, an older guy. But he said, yeah, once that little girl was in a Polight hotel room, she was fair game. When he said that, God forgive me, I bust out laughing dumb hard. I could not help but laugh. Not laughing at the little girl, but laughing at the fact that Sinetta obviously put that panel together to try to build up, you know, good, you know, like to build Polight back up. And he didn't really, you know, sometimes people open their mouth with one intention, but something that come out be totally different. That right there, just let me help you outside. Let me help you outside. Don't ever bring that. If you trying to make Polight look good, don't ever bring that nigga back on your Yo, because I'm with the people that think that he should be arrested just for saying that a child in a hotel room is fair game to be raped or molested. That was insane. That was insane. And I want to go on record saying I hope that that type of sentiment is not the sentiments of the whole House of Consciousness or Sinetta Studios audience. Because that was crazy. That was crazy. And I didn't even see the whole video. But that was crazy. Homeboy said, yeah, and that young girl, the moment she was in the hotel room, she was fair game. Yeah, she was trying to trap Polight. I'm like, wait, what just happened? Did he say a kid is fair game because they in the hotel room? What the fuck? Yeah, Smalls looked like he was on payroll. Smalls looked like he was on payroll. That's the problem. They brung Chuck Morgan up there. I think they brung that guy up there to make it look good. Like, yeah, he's gonna come up here and defend, you know, Dr. York and make it look good or whatever. He went up there and went crazy. The truth is the truth. When Chuck was speaking, go back and watch that video. When Chuck was speaking, Chuck said that there was other people that was having sex with kids and grooming kids. He didn't say no names. But one of the people named is a woman named Khadijah, right? One of the people that was listed as a groomer, her name is Khadijah. Khadijah is the person that introduced Polight to consciousness. They're going to do the interview on the 7th, right? In which, you know, obviously he's going to be talking about how he didn't plead guilty to this or that and how, you know, he's getting ready to probably bash the victim. Word games. Listen to when I tell you these are all word games. That is a concurrent theme that I saw on Sinetta's platform where they saying that people hate Polight so much that they're wishing that this girl gets raped. They trying to make it like, they trying to make it seem like because you're angry with Polight, you're wishing that the girl gets raped. Like as if this is in a future tense. No. whatever happened to the girl has already happened in the past. So what people are saying is that they hope Polight is held accountable for whatever happened to the girl. There's no wishing that the girl, you know, was molested or something to that effect. You know, because if the girl was not molested, then obviously, you know, Polight would want to clear his name completely and not be registered as a sex offender anywhere, right? Like that would be the best case scenario, especially with his association with Dr. York and, you know, all of those things. He would want to have, at least from the outside looking in, best case scenario is having your name completely clear. Not negotiating for a small amount of jail time and still having to register as a statutory rapist or, you know, whatever those, however that gets packaged, when and if he takes his plea deal on the 7th. But his lawyer said he's gonna do it. The state said he's gonna do it, so I don't see him not doing it. But there's no wishing that the girl gets raped. Whatever happened already happened. You know, the mindless zombies. You know, the guys that been saying all this time, wait, there's DNA evidence? Yeah, but so what? Let's wait for the courts to figure it out. Now that the lawyers are saying there's gonna be a plea deal on the 7th, them niggas is now switching it up to, yeah, but what is he pleading guilty to? Come on, let's wait till we find out what he's pleading guilty to. Like, cause you know, maybe he just was pleading guilty to getting naked in front of the kid, not actually, you know, touching the kid. And so they gonna finagle it, twist it, and milk it for whatever the best light possible they can put Brother Polight in. Now, my personal opinion, the more energy they put into trying to brush this off, or like my man, what was the old guy named Suntan or whatever his name was, who said the girl was fair game because she was in the hotel. It makes them look bad. It makes them look worse. You know, it makes Polight look more predatory. You pleading guilty to anything, in the eyes of most of the public, is pleading guilty to everything, because obviously if there was no evidence, you would be fighting to get your name cleared, right? So if you're willing to register as a sex offender for life or plead guilty to statutory rape, you know, the making the mother look like she put this intricate plot together with the Illuminati to take you down because you somehow a big black leader, you know, these niggas talk about, yeah, and you know they did it to Marcus Garvey. This nigga ain't no fucking Marcus Garvey. He sells, you know, get the fucking, are y'all niggas nuts? Knock it off, okay? You gotta knock. So stop it, okay? Nobody put a plot together to get. Stop it, bro. Come on, man. Making the mother into an Illuminati, you know, scammer who sent her daughter into a hotel room with you so that they could get you for some money. Like, that's dumb. That's dumb. Like that guy off the platform, Suntan. I'm gonna keep saying Suntan until I know whatever his name is. But the fact that he said child in the hotel room means she's fair game, that tells us about him. That means that he feels like children in hotels is fair game. That is very troubling. We're gonna meme him to death. Woo! The meme's gonna be fierce. Polight said his petty time coming up. Shit. You think, hold on. You think your petty time coming up? Nigga, once you plead guilty to whatever you plead guilty to, the memes are not gonna stop. It's gonna be crazy. The memes are going to go nuts. And the memes gonna flow for a little while. Peace to the family.
Once my people sent the nigga that is defamation of character.
Hey, look, hey, listen, hey, yo, sign that, check it out, bro. Check this out. We're gonna talk this, I mean, not sign it for like, we're gonna talk. I'm a street nigga. I know niggas you fuck with. Niggas can call me with you, right? When they right with you. Hey, on some real shit, fuck the streets. On some man shit.
Yes, sir.
Nigga, for you to be called to be having a conversation about defamation of character, right? And I think Signet are going to agree. Hold on, bro. I think Signet are going to agree. I thought you was going to get on the phone and say, you know what? This what that is, this what that ain't. But for your motherfucking concern as a black man, listen, as a black man, to be talking about defamation of character when motherfuckers been watching this shit go on and it's a 14-year-old girl involved and they talking about his semen and all kind of other shit and bestiality and all kind of weird shit going on, and you not want to address that, right?
That's
it's real suspect, bro.
That's not true, brother.
So did you cop a plea?
Real quick,
did you cop a plea?
Then you see where I was going. Please.
Okay.
One minute,
go ahead. Go ahead,
Okay, brother. So this is what I was going to tell you. You took a post from somebody, right, that was lying. When he got caught on it, and we told him, bro, my people reached out to him like, listen, that's misinformation. I never made a plea, and I never plead to no fucking molestation, King. So you took it, right? Guess what he did? Hold on, real quick. It's the most important part. You took it and posted it, but guess what he did? He took it down. So all I was going to say to
I'm asking you, are you still in court? You guilty or what?
I ain't no fucking guilty.
Because
I ain't guilty. I'm not going to disclose. You know, if you
was going to interview you, he said Sinetta was going to interview you about the shit.
In due time. So now, let me just say this.
You do to go to court in June. We've been following it, right? Did you change the court date? We've been following your ass the whole time. I got people assigned to your shit because we want to see, because if you didn't fuck with a kid, right? I'm gonna be real. For you to be on your social media flashing Rolls Royces and shit is weird as a motherfucker right now.
It's not weird for me because I ain't a guilty man. So all I'm telling you is just be careful when you repost somebody's misinformation, because other people going to behave and respond differently. I was just reaching out to you as a brother. Like,
what you mean behave and respond differently, bro? Ain't you a crip?
Because other people will be talking about suing and all of that stuff. I'm not going to talk to you
bro,
about
don't shoot no subs at me, bro. Because you's a bitch ass nigga. The homie, hey, look, don't you be with my homeboy out of Louisiana? On Paru, I'm always in Miami, dog. Don't send no subs, dog. I'm not no debater. Don't sub me about us, because what you trying to say is people will react, and I don't give a fuck about no people reacting, because you're a fucking pedophile, dog. Straight up. And if you want, I can come to Miami. Dog, do you want to holler at me when I come to Miami? Listen, bro. Do you want to holler face to face? Because that shit you said, look, nigga, I'm not no fucking rapper. So that shit you just tried to say that other people will react, fuck your people. And whoever stand with you is a bitch. Now, I'm coming to Miami in a couple days. On Paru, we can pull up wherever you want and holler face to face. That way is mean. Whatever a nigga say that a nigga don't like, a nigga can address that, bro. But don't shoot no subs, nigga, because I'm not no fucking Israelite and I'm not no fucking debater, bro. I heard that shit. You did, nigga. You did, nigga. Stay in your place with me, my nigga. Hey, look, bro. Look. Do you want to holler face to face? Because I can come to Miami. It's 5-hour trip. I got a team down there. My nigga PK that guarantee my safety, and we pulling up wherever you want to pull up, and we can holler face to face.
Yeah, I got if not,
hey, look, hey, listen.
I didn't call you on that.
I'm asking you, nigga, you shot a sub, I'm asking you, hey, look, bro. If you want to
I don't want to see you on no negativity. I already got negativity going on in my life.
On my phone.
I don't reaching out to tell you that the nigga took his post down.
You got an obligation to the conscious community to do what's right. And I'm going to leave it like that, nigga. I'm out.
Nah, this nigga hard any other time. He hard any other time. He just act like a little bitch. This
nigga. Don't want that, boy. I know right
I don't
want
no issues with you on that negativity whack.
I got too much negativity already.
Y'all heard that sub he said? The
Yeah,
nigga like, I can't control what other people. Hold on, nigga.
Crazy.
Hold on.
Hold on. Like it was a fucking
Hold up. Hit the brakes. Stop. Did you just send a sub at me, nigga?
He reversed on him and everything.
Y'all do me a favor, like this video and share this video so we can have this conversation about Polight. And the reason we're going to have this conversation is because I am appalled at the way that the Black community has handled this situation. But I've watched so many Black people make excuses for this man. We're going to talk about a bitch-ass nigga named Sinetta tonight. Somebody go get Sinetta and tell him. I ain't never had a real problem with Sinetta, but I have a problem with you now, Sinetta. I will never have any more motherfucking respect for you at all. You are the worst kind of fucking man there is next to Polight. He's worse than you, but you a worse motherfucker too. So if you guys don't know, the guy that's on the thumbnail, that is Brother Polight. He claims that he is a pro-Black. He has gone through the community, talking all this conscious stuff. People have claimed that he has scammed them here and there. He's a big polygamist and all of these different things. Well, about a year ago, Brother Polight was arrested on charges for sexually assaulting his girlfriend's 14-year-old daughter. This is the gist of the story. The gist is that for some reason, he asked to take the daughter somewhere. This is supposed to be his you know, he got another girlfriend coming into the polygamy set. So this is supposed to be like, I guess, a stepdaddy. He asked to take her to somewhere. He takes her to a club. Now, I don't know why the fuck it's okay to take a 14-year-old to a club. They get to the club. There is nobody at the club and the club is closed. So instead of going back, they end up at a hotel room. And this girl later goes home to her mom and her face is swollen. She has drugs in her system or alcohol or whatever because she feels out of it. And there is semen found on her clothes from him, and her face is, her mouth and stuff is swollen. How many of you remember the story? So when we were talking about it before, Brother Polight got his ass online and he was in my comment section when I was doing the video. He got up here, thank you, Nyla. He got up here and he was in the chat talking about, oh, so how you gonna play me like that? How you gonna play me like that? He was telling everybody he was going to sue them because we were slandering his name. But here we are, and this man is set to take a plea deal on the 7th of next month. And this is the thing that pisses me off about the Black community. And he comes on live like such a damn narcissist. There's a lot of narcissists in our community. A lot of them, right? A lot of them, no matter they're a woman or a man, but it's a lot of them. And he's a shitty ass man, and he is a narcissist. And he comes on there and he tells everybody family, peace, peace, all of that bullshit that comes out of his mouth. And he's, I haven't pled to anything. And I haven't pled to molestation charges. See, he's playing on semantics and words for everybody. Because you're right, you haven't pled yet, nigga. That's going to be on the 7th. And the charges were child molestation. So if you got a plea deal, we know that's not what you're going to plead to. Like, some of us ain't dumb, but it was women in his chat. It was Black men in his chat talking about, oh, everybody just want to slander your name. White supremacy coming to get you. What the fuck white supremacy want him for? What structures is he tearing down that he's such a threat that this nigga is Martin Luther King and Malcolm X now, and they done set him up? I guess they took his semen too. How they do that? They got a new AI robot for that, brothers. You better hide your penis. You know what I'm saying? Because according to Brother Polight, this is a setup. You know white supremacy want to come get him because, let me see, he hanging out with all the white women or something. I don't know, because he persuaded pro-Black, but the nigga always in the picture with a white girl. But he comes online and he tells everybody to stop talking and saying this stuff, and he gonna come after them and check them. Shout out to my brother Tony the Closer. So Tony the Closer puts up a video about him and says that he copped a plea to sexual assault, and that's not what he did, right? Since the wording wasn't right, he called Tony up or hit him up in the inbox and told him to take it down. So my brother took it down, right? But then he replaced it with two things that I'm going to show you tonight. A video of the court hearing where the judge says exactly what's going on with the plea and his attorneys are talking. We're going to play that here tonight. And a screenshot of the record and all the things that he's being charged with. So he corrected what he said, and then Tony put back up the right stuff. So he said, so since I'm lying so much, bro, I'm just going to show up at your court date on the 7th so that I can make sure I got it right this time. And I'll be there too, because he hit me up and he said, Meech, you want to go? I got a ticket for you in the hotel room. So I will be there on the 7th. So if any of you are in Florida and you want to come, let's go too. Let's wear shirts that say, lock that pedophile ass nigga up for 20 years. So we're going to come and we're going to make sure we got it right this time. So we're going to go show up. How about that? But this story gets worse, y'all. This is not even the worst part of it. It's not. You have Sinetta. Somebody go tag this motherfucker. Sinetta, I have no respect for you. None at all. When we spoke about this last year, you know, me and you talked and I told you, you know, you got to be held accountable just like the rest of the community. No, nigga, you can't call my motherfucking phone and say shit to me. So then you have Sinetta and a bunch of old ass fogey niggas on his platform. The other night, Sinetta is so geeked that he gets to have breaking news. So Sinetta's on his platform and he's talking about how y'all so stupid. I should have pinpointed when he said that, but you go watch it. Y'all so stupid. Y'all think y'all know what he charged with. He didn't cop a plea to that. I know what he copped the plea to. But did that motherfucker just get on live and say he didn't cop to nothing? And now you saying you know what he copped to. This nigga talking about, I talk to Polight every 2 weeks. Why? Why? I talk to Polight every 2 weeks, so I know what's going on and I can keep up with the story. You fucking sorry son of a bitch. If you ain't talking to the victim, how are you telling a fucking balanced story? So talking to the man that did what he did to this girl twice a week is you keeping up with the story and being able to make sure you know what's going on. So from the news, from media perspective, you can give a balanced perspective. If you have not talked to the victim, you are not giving a balanced perspective. You are very biased, sir. Then he's over there. Go watch it. He over there. I get the exclusive, like he fiending for a crack rock. I get the exclusive. You seen him, Nyla? He was so happy. I was so hurt. Not because I did not expect that from him. That has nothing to do with it. I don't, it's all kind of shit niggas be doing in our community. I don't be surprised at nothing. But I was very hurt when I saw that, because it's like, why are you so happy? Like, you glad that this girl got assaulted so that you could have a breaking news story, my nigga? Damn, I would have cashed out you $500. You that hard up? Like, where's the integrity in the community that you just don't give this motherfucker a platform at all to say anything? And some of y'all gonna say, well, maybe he wants to be fair, right? Maybe, you know, he just don't know if Polight really did this. Well, we're gonna get into the history of Polight because niggas in the black community and right here on YouTube, y'all have known what Polight has been doing for a long time. This is not the first girl that he has done this to. And y'all knew, Sinetta, you knew, nigga, because you did a video and you called him out about it when you was mad at him. And you confirmed that one of the teenage girls had ran away from home to be with him, and he was telling people online it was his stepdaughter. And you said, nigga, you know that's not your stepdaughter, because that's my wife's cousin, and her mama been looking for her. So you already knew that a teenage girl ran away to be in a relationship with him because he done manipulated the hell out of her mind, and you already knew what was going down, and then you want to sit and act like you didn't know this? And the men out here in the community have nothing but excuses for your ass. But you gonna go where the criminals are that we call no good, and even they have a better code than you sorry motherfuckers out here in the free world. Out here, y'all got all the excuses and the love for him. It's a damn shame that the murderers and the gangsters gotta set the record straight. Listen, it'll get clear.
On page 13 of your Honor's calendar, Michael Noah. Leading staff on behalf of the state.
All right, page 13. Counsel, state your name for the record. David Harris on behalf of the defendant, Michael Noah. Okay, thank you. And I believe there may have been a couple of...
Hold on. Did you hear him say he's there on the defense for Michael Nowak? That's Polight. That's Polight. Okay? Just so y'all know, that's who the fuck he says he's there to represent. Let's finish listening.
On Zoom, I don't know what the relationship was on the case. Okay, yes, ma'am. State.
Your Honor, I believe at this time we'll be asking for a joint continuance, but to set this case briefly, either sometime within the next 2 weeks. We have come to a plea agreement, a potential written plea agreement to defense counsel. Just so that Your Honor is aware, what we wish to happen is for the defendant to enter into the plea within the next 2 weeks, but we are going to suspend the sentence. The state is asking 60 days. I know the defense is going to make its own request, but we're asking 60 days so that then the defendant can surrender, because this will require incarceration.
You going to jail, nigga.
Right. And is there going to be a mitigation at the time of surrender, or how is this going to work?
Yes, Your Honor. So essentially, he'll enter into a plea, and then we will mitigate it upon surrender.
Okay.
But we do wish to enter into a plea already within the next week, so that essentially there is a resolution to the case, and then he will surrender on a date that's set by the week.
Next week is a C week.
All they're going to do is agree on the date for the 7th, but you can see that that's there. Did y'all hear that? So did you hear them say what they said, just so for clarification? And I have an email set. I don't even know if it went out with the to over 10,000 of y'all on my email list with this video and an email and his record, so you can see the evidence for yourself. I wasn't sure if I could put it up on YouTube. I only got one strike left. I know they like nobody record. And this nigga, man, he going around trying to make everybody take their stuff down. So it has been emailed out to y'all. So when you get the email, just go look at it, listen to the video if you want to hear it more clear. But basically, what's being said is that he is going to be coming in on the 7th. He's going to be entering into a plea. When they say, so that we are not confused, when they say that they're asking for 60 days suspended, what they're asking for suspension of the sentencing in 60 days. What they're asking is that they will suspend sentencing him immediately. So when he takes the plea on the 7th, he's asking for 60 days to get his affairs in order, because the plea does require jail time. That's what she said. So this is the thing. I don't care if he plead to trespassing. How many of y'all know that just because somebody take a plea, that don't mean that they didn't do it? Because that's what he seems to want us to think, and stupid motherfuckers like Sinetta want us to think just because he didn't plead to the actual charge. Like, come on, I can keep it real. I've been in jail. I got a felony. And I got a degree in criminal justice. Do we all not understand how plea bargains work? Do we not understand that you usually are guilty of the higher crime? But if you're willing to do a plea bargain, that's why you get a lawyer. You don't really hire lawyers when you're guilty of shit thinking they're gonna get you off. Most of the time, you're hoping for them to get you a good deal when you know you did the shit. Lawyers work more all day to get you a deal than they work all day to get you off. So just because you took a deal and you didn't plead to the actual charges, nigga, don't mean that you didn't do it. If you didn't do anything, why are you going to jail? Why? If you didn't do anything, why are you going to jail? And Sinetta, you a bitch. I told myself I wasn't gonna call black men that because, you know, we shouldn't. But I don't really respect you as a man, much less a black man, because you knew he was out here having girls. And this is the fucked up part. What kind of a sellout are you? Not to the black race, but to your fucking family, nigga. Your family. You said in that video that the girl that had ran away from home that the mother was looking for, and she was shacked up with this nigga, you said that was your wife's niece or something. So obviously the girl is related to your family. And you ain't do nothing to this nigga? You didn't do nothing to him? And then you still be up this nigga ass. You talk to him every 2 weeks. You always on his job. He can come on your platform anytime and spew them fucking bullshit lies, and you give him a microphone to do it. But the girl that he did this shit to before was related to the people you love, and you still fuck with him. You are the perfect example, nigga, of the sorry ass black men that women look at like us and say, see, this is why we say black men don't protect black women. Because there's too many niggas like you. You so much for the black community, and it's gonna be some nigga in there that probably shot a couple black folks, slung a bunch of drugs, and murdered some black men that's gonna give that nigga his justice. But you sit out here free like you better. How do you know this and you're a man and she's related to you and you still hang with this nigga? What goes on in the house stays in the house. When you was mad, you wanted to call him out, but before then, you didn't care. You don't care about the pain or anything that he's brought that young girl, everything that he's done to her, or how that has caused her problems in her life, or will continue to always do so. You a sorry ass man. I can never have any more respect for you, Sonetta. Never. Nigga, lose my number. Please don't call me and ask me, MECHEE, we good? No, nigga, we not. I want to play something else for you. I want to give a shout out not only to Tony the Closer. Shout out to Uncle Suge. The men that know this is some bullshit, y'all been saying what you need to say about the situation. While I watch the rest of y'all just say the craziest shit. And for the women who are defending Polight, what is wrong with you? Are you traumatized that you get sexually assaulted? No, you know what it is? You the bitch in the house who always want to cover it up. Because there's always a trifling ass woman in the house, an auntie, a grandma, sometimes the mama. And you know this nigga is touching everybody in the household and your fucking ass don't say nothing. You the type of bitches that when the girl come to you and say something, or you see it going on, y'all gonna say she fast. She ran away, she fast. It's not the man that's grown as fucking his 40s fault. It's the little girl fault. I hate you bitches. See, everybody say I'm rooting for everybody black. I'm not. A brother named Eli, he has a channel called What Happened to Common Sense. And I love this brother. This is why when they get a bag or when they get some notoriety, they quick to sell you out because they wasn't in this shit from their fucking heart. Everybody tells me, MECHEE, you yell too much. MECHEE, calm down. MECHEE, MECHEE, MECHEE. Why are you so mad? Because I'm passionate about it, but I'm fucking angry. You don't understand that my fight is because of the shit that I've been through. Do I want to defeat white supremacy? Yes, bitch, they killed my brother. These niggas owe me. And I think about that first before I ever think about what I got to do for everybody else. So see, our reasons are different. I'm not these niggas. And I can no longer stand next to niggas like Sonetta, fucking bitch, next to niggas like Polight, and everybody else who keeps coming around in these sectors and telling all of y'all they're activists and they care about the goddamn community. I don't want to be next to them anymore. Because they all in this shit for the fucking wrong reason. And if they started for the right reason, a bag done changed all these niggas. Go look up, I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Go look up something called a minor attracted person. MAP, M-A-P. They have a flag for it and everything. Go look at it. It's the new word for a pedophile. Because of course, they shouldn't be shunned for what they do. It's their orientation. It's their sexual orientation. It really exists. Go Google it. MAP, M-A-P flag. They got a flag and everything. Go put in what is a minor attracted person and go read it. They got organizations that support them. You're going to find all kind of organizations and everything. Pretty soon what Polight did will be okay to do. I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to live in a country like that. So with that said, I want to say shout out to all the black girls before I leave. I want to say to the sisters, and I know I'm a crybaby, because I really do feel for my people and I really do care about the shit that I say and do. So this is why I always feel this way when we talk about these sensitive subjects. But I want to say to the black girls in the chat and the black women, I want to tell y'all I love y'all. I want to tell you that I'm sorry for the things that have happened to you. And I want to say to you, don't define yourself by what you've been through. Don't become the thing that happened to you. It's not who you are. It's something that has happened to you. Somebody said no crying. I know, Lisa, but see, this is the thing. This is what baffles me, is that in our community, we can make all these excuses. Why aren't there more motherfucking tears for this? Don't nobody care about our babies. Why aren't there more motherfucking tears for this? Why not? I feel for our black girls. I do. I feel for our black women and all of the sisters and everything that we go through. I told you at the beginning of this, I am one of them sisters. I've been sexually assaulted several times. And it is appalling to watch how black men have made excuses. Black women and black girls are beat down so much. And I just want to encourage y'all. I don't have an answer and I can't save you. But what I will tell you this, don't let somebody do something to you. And then after the act is over, continue to allow it to steal from you for the rest of your life. So if you need to go get some help, if you need to go get some counseling, if you need to go understand what's going on with you, then you do that. But know that these motherfuckers already took enough. Don't you give them the rest of who you are. And I don't know who need to hear that, but don't you give them the fucking rest of who you are. Don't do it. Don't walk the rest of your motherfucking life beating yourself down, feeling like shit, letting it affect all your relationships and the way that you do stuff. Don't you let them win like that. You don't have to be a victim. You can become what's called a survivor. And that's what I want to encourage y'all to do, because there are women in the chat who will say me too, and they talked about that earlier, and they're grown women saying this. But I'm sure they're still hurt from the things that have happened to them. You are not the thing that happened to you. It is something that happened to you, but that doesn't mean that's who you are. Don't define your whole life and everything else that happens to you around it. Baby girl, even if you're a grown-ass woman, because I'm sure it was that baby girl in you when a motherfucker did what they did to you. Don't let nobody do that to you. And don't let these motherfuckers talk you out of being strong. I respect Black women so much in this sense. We have learned to adapt to survive. We don't want to be masculine. We don't want to be our protectors. We don't want to fight every motherfucking body. I know I don't. But before I will let this world eat me alive, baby, I will adjust. I will transform. I will adapt and become what I need to be to survive. I have yet to see Black men adjust, adapt, become what you need to be to survive. You talk about us bad for being masculine. Bitch, this is my defense mechanism. I bet you people won't keep taking advantage of me. That's what you don't realize. Nobody's protecting, nobody's providing. Motherfuckers is taking advantage of and using. And I just refuse to be in that position. So if I have to be my protector, then that's what I'm going to do. And if y'all don't like that, then you should probably stop letting these things be instilled in little Black girls when they're little like I was, and we grow up learning that motherfuckers ain't gonna protect you. Life is hard, and if you don't stand up for yourself, this world will eat you alive. If you want us to be submissive and be girls and be feminine, then let us be the girls that we are and stop fucking raping us and molesting us, Black men. Y'all have a good night.
Shout out to Queen's Throne.
Counsel, state your name for the record.
David Terrace on behalf of the defendant, Michael Nowak.
Okay, thank you. And I believe there may have been a couple of people on Zoom. I don't know what the relationship was on the case. Okay, yes, ma'am. State.
Your Honor, I believe at this time we'll be asking for a joint continuance, but to set this case rate plea either sometime within the next 2 weeks. We have come to a plea agreement. I've sent over a written plea agreement to defense counsel. Just so that Your Honor is aware, what we wish to happen is for the defendant to enter into the plea within the next 2 weeks, but we are going to suspend the sentence. The state is asking 60 days. I know the defense is going to make its own request, but we're asking 60 days so that then the defendant can surrender, because this will require incarceration.
Because it will require incarceration. I mean, I ain't got to say it. She putting the text up on the screen.
All right. And is there going to be a mitigation at the time of surrender, or how is this going to work?
Yes, Your Honor. So essentially, he'll enter into a plea, and then we will mitigate it upon surrender.
Okay.
But we do wish to enter into a plea already within the next week, so that essentially there is a resolution to the case, and then he will surrender upon a date that's set by the
next week is a C week.
Your Honor, I think we were hoping for the week, at least the week of where the trial is currently set for.
July 3rd.
The week of July 3rd.
3rd, 4th, 5th. What is the Friday of that week? The week of the 3rd.
7th.
All right, July 7th.
That works for the state.
All right, July 7th, Ray plea, defendant to be in person.
July 7th. And we might be there. I don't know if they still might Zoom it too, matter of fact. So I might actually tune in on this since this shit's starting to move. On the 7th, he got to go enter to the plea, right? And then they're going to give him 60 days to get his affairs together. He might go on a run. Y'all hear me now? I'm telling y'all what's about to happen. He got to go. Boom. I got to cop out to this. 5 years. Okay, cool. He got 60 days to get his affairs together. That's what the fuck going on here. That's what the fuck is going on here. He might go on a run. He might go on a run. I'm telling y'all.
Met him, and I'm glad he was still alive, because I didn't know if he was still alive or nothing, because every time I hear about him, they were always talking about, you know, who he was and what he did. And I was like, damn, fuck Polight. Fuck you, nigga. Fuck Polight. Yeah, I know it came out of nowhere, but I got to say it. Fuck Polight. Because the nigga, he's a creep. All the way, he's a creep. I know the nigga making videos. He made a video. Somebody sent me a video. But the punk is too scared to say my fucking name. But you already know me. I'm not afraid to say your name, nigga. I'm not going to act like I'm talking about you, but then scared to say your name. I'll come right out and say your fucking name. I got so much shit that I could bring out on you. See, yes, you are more, how do you say that? You are more articulate.
Hey, hold up, y'all. Look, I just remembered this. In this video, he gonna admit that he got a recorded phone call of Polight basically admitting to what he did. Watch when he talk about when we've been on the phone. Watch how he talk about the recorded call, because you know Sinetta record phone calls. Listen, he was mad as fucking Polight right here.
Than I am. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I speak with the fire and the passion and truth. And as long as I get truth in my hand, I don't care about the big words you use, nigga. I'm gonna say fuck Polight. Because I seen the video the nigga did. The nigga did a video shitting on Black Power, talking about, yeah, I'm gone, so now the money and the well run dry. All of that crazy shit the nigga doing. Trust me, you don't want to fuck with me, nigga. I got so much shit in my arsenal that I could let loose, but I'm not gonna give it to these niggas either. I'm not gonna give it to these niggas either, because I seen what they did to me the last time I came out. So fuck them niggas too. But nigga, if you burn my fucking fuse, I will let the information out. I got fucking audio, nigga, that you don't know I got. Let's just say that. Don't tell me to stop that. If you too weak-hearted, if you're a punk, if you're a coward, and you weak, get your weak ass out of here. This is not for you. You know that I don't let niggas just come up in here and talk shit about me when they got so much shit hanging up and they got their skeletons hanging up in their closet. So, fuck you, Polight. Fuck you. And if you burn this fuse, I'll let it blow the fuck up. Okay? So fall your bitch ass back just because you can wear some goddamn Gucci and shit don't mean shit, nigga. That don't mean a goddamn thing. You talking about fuck Black Power, all of this Black Power shit going in on us. Nigga, how dare you? You used us, brother. You used our platform. And now your true colors are showing. Because you just did a goddamn video, and when the people sent it to me, I was like, get the fuck out of here. This nigga did this shit. He really came out like that. Talking about fuck Black Power and niggas throwing up their fists, and nigga, you talking about Dr. Khalid? You talking about Willie Ricks? You bitch ass nigga? You ain't never stood for nothing and fought for nothing. And you tried to act like you was all about Black Power when you went out there with Malik Zulu Shabazz. You hoe ass nigga. People seen you, but it was an act. It was a front. It was just a front to get what you wanted, so people could see you in a different light. And I load up the video so people could see it. And now all of a sudden it's fuck Black Power and fuck these niggas over here. Boy, you walking on thin ice, nigga. You lucky I seen my nephew. I spoke to him. I spoke to Rob Prophet in Dallas, and he told me, son, nah, fall back. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just fall back. He said, because, you know, the people is not just going to, it's not only going to accept it, they're going to be going both ways, and he's right. Rob Prophet is right, even though, oh man, sorry, you just mad. You just mad at him because he ain't with you no more. No, nigga, I don't give a fuck about him being with me. You just mad because he's driving this right here and he rocking his Gucci. I don't give a fuck about none of that. You niggas care about that. And so fuck you Negroes too, who try to bang on me for banging on him. So that's why I'm gonna fall back and I'm gonna hold it. I'll just hold it until he burn that fucking fuse. I know he gonna see it. And that's why I'm saying this in the beginning. So fuck you, Polight. Fuck everything you stand on, nigga. Fuck everything you stand on. Right? I gotta say it like that. How dare you disrespect the black generals. Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, Sarnetta, Malik Zulu Shabazz, Willie Ricks, and all those who stood up for your black nasty fucking faggot ass. Your black raggedy ass, nigga. When you over there worshiping and celebrating homosexuals, nigga. How dare you, bitch ass nigga. Now respond. So I could come back and release the whole can of whoop ass on you, bitch. Cause you know how I give it up. I don't give a damn. When it comes out my mouth, nigga, that's it. It's there. And I got recordings too that you don't even know I got. I always cover myself. I gotta cover myself. We've been on the phone many times, nigga. We've been on the phone. Huh? You know the conversations me and you had when this whole shit done exploded with you molesting this 14-year-old girl, with you molesting this 14-year-old girl, with you molesting this 14-year-old girl. I'm not saying you did that. I'm never going to say you did that until proven in court, innocent until proven guilty. So I'm never going to say you did that. But you know our conversations we've been having, nigga. So for when niggas talk about, oh, Sarnetta was down with him. No, nigga, if you hear these motherfucking conversations, you would know Sarnetta wasn't down with him. So fuck you, Polight. And everything you stand for, nigga. And everything you stand for. So I just had to get that shit off my chest. Because if I didn't, I would have ended up exploding and saying some other shit. The nerve of this pussy ass nigga. The nerve of this coward. Disrespecting us like that. Because you able to drive a goddamn Rolls Royce. And wear Gucci belts and shit. So with that, calm down, Sarnetta. All right. Jabari say the gloves are off. How many of y'all agree with that? How many of y'all agree with that? You said, damn, what did he do? He disrespected the Black Power movement. He disrespected Khalid Abdul-Muhammad. He disrespected everybody who fought and put their life on the line. Stokely Carmichael, Kwame Ture. He disrespected everybody, all of them. Disrespected me. He know what I stand for. He know what I represent. That's what the fucking the nigga did. And then you take your little raggedy ass out there and be all up under Malik Zulu Shabazz like you representing Black Power. Nigga, you was a plant. It shows me that you just was a goddamn plant and you was using us to try to get what you wanted. And when you got what you wanted, you jetted. You out of here. Yo, fuck him. Fuck that nigga. I'm not looking for him to be back. I don't give a damn if the nigga's found innocent. Fuck Polight. And it make me want to say fuck everything else. Y'all know how I do. But I'm not going to do that to his family. I'm going to be cool. I'm going to be level-headed. That's all. I just hate when a nigga use us and then get up there and now that you getting a couple of dollars, nigga, you making a couple of dollars, it's fuck everybody. But your ass gonna be brought down to your knees too, nigga. Don't tell me don't do it, man. Y'all weak ass, punk ass niggas always telling somebody don't do it. Get your weak ass out of here with that shit. Everybody could do what they want to do to us, but when it's time to strike back, oh, don't do it, sir. Don't shut your weak asses up. And I'm not jumping out the window. What I'm saying is truth. It's not about jumping out the window, fam. Jumping out the window is when you're saying something that's not real. And then he can come back and bang you on it. That's jumping out the window. But when you saying something and you got audio and you got shit, that's not jumping out the window. Understand that. That is not jumping out the window. That's fact. And that's called receipts, okay? So without any further ado, this is Black Power right here. What I'm gonna do, I got to do this because it gotta free the hearts and minds of the people. I already did a stream earlier. I said fuck Polight because Polight did some snake ass shit disrespecting Khalid Muhammad. Yeah. He ain't say the name Khalid, but we know who he talking about.
Yeah,
he talking about everybody who represent Black Power. Yes. So fuck them, and I'm going ham. I'm going ham. This is Black Power. Peace, Clock. Keep doing your thing. We love you, baby. We love you.
All right. Peace.
Peace. We've been on the phone. Huh? You know the conversations me and you had when this whole shit done exploded with you molesting this 14-year-old girl.